So why exactly isn't Zone 2 as glorious and incredible as we thought it is? The answer is quite simple. It is supremely inefficient. The amount of stimulus that we receive throughout a given amount of time, let's say an hour, is quite low in comparison to a 1 hour Zone 3 or 1 hour Zone 4 session. And when we're looking at the most relevant parameters that drive progress in a runner, let it be a complete beginner or somebody like me who is like advanced intermediate state, it's progressive overload, and it is the relationship between what we can recover from and how much stimulus we acquired. Are we pushing our bodies far enough in terms of volume and in terms of intensity so that they need to progress, that they need to get better, that we need to get faster? And if those two things are the only relevant parameters for driving progress, the Zone 2 isn't a necessity. And when we're now looking into the mechanics of how our body works, of why Zone 2 should be good, and how all of this is intertwined, we're gonna realize that it's completely unnecessary and that Zone 2 plays absolutely no role in this. It has no relevant role for most people. So let's dive into the details. The reason that Zone 2 training is not relevant is very simple. I'm gonna base this on our energy systems and how our body utilizes energy, how the whole aerobic, anaerobic shenanigans work. And let's put it that way, our bodies aren't stupid. Our bodies are very efficient at utilizing energy, and it's not as simple as Zone 2 is where it's aerobic, and after Zone 2 it's not aerobic anymore. Aerobic meaning that is primarily fat that is utilized for generating energy, moving our bodies, and that there's no lactate that is accumulated in the muscle, therefore it is lower in fatigue. If you accumulate lactate throughout training, you're pushing your body a little further, that is really fatiguing, and that can make it hard to push your volume a shit ton and have very long sessions every single day. If you're doing double days every single day, you won't be able to do Zone 3, 4, 5 sessions every session. But the thing is, the aerobic work, the aerobic benefit, the fat oxidation doesn't stop after Zone 2. It continues to be utilized by our bodies. Our bodies still metabolize fat, but they just add glycogen and lactate on top. That's kind of the thing. They just add on top. Why would our bodies stop utilizing fat? Why would our bodies stop utilizing the aerobic pathway for energy generation? It doesn't make any sense. So if we're doing exclusively Zone 3 running, we would get the same, if not even more benefit, because we are actually maxing out the Zone 2. We're actually maxing out the amount of aerobic work that we're doing, and just adding a little bit more fatigue on top, and just adding a little bit more of glycogen usage as well, some lactate accumulation, but that has its benefits as well. The sessions are higher quality, they are more fatiguing, yes, but also more stimulative, and in the context of a runner that doesn't run 200 kilometers a week, doesn't run every single day or even has double sessions, and has rest days in between the sessions, that is completely fine. And that is kind of the main takeaway of this whole thing. If you're somebody who doesn't run every single day, if you're somebody who can recover between sessions, you are somebody who benefits from pushing the paces. You are somebody who benefits from running Zone 3, 4 and 5. 5 might not be the largest portion of your running in general, because it is extremely fatiguing, and Zone 5 is short bursts of high output. And considering that it's still about time on feet, it's still about the time that you are pushing your body, you're pushing your heart, using your lungs, metabolizing, it's still relevant that the sessions are long enough. So just doing Zone 5 wouldn't be enough to fully build out your aerobic base and maintain that performance to the highest degree. But if we are doing the majority of our running in Zone 3 and 4, you're gonna have more than enough time on your feet. And you're gonna have an incredibly packed, high quality amount of stimulus throughout your sessions. Running 3 times a week could be more than enough if you're pushing your body thoroughly during those sessions. For the recreational runner, for the recreational athlete, for somebody like me even, I want to run the sub 3 marathon. I am on pace for the sub 3 marathon, and still I don't need to do a lot of Zone 2 training. I've tried it for this entire prep, and I'm probably gonna dive back into doing much less work and pushing the paces further, getting the heart rate up, doing some harder work. It's more fun, it's more time efficient, and it's far more stimulative. I like that. I like being efficient with my training, and I'm completely okay and fine with having heavier, harder hitting sessions that might be more fatiguing, but at least I only have to run 3 to 4 times a week instead of 5 to 7 times a week. For me, that's a big win, and you might save yourself a huge amount of time, which, let's be honest, having a little bit more spare time in today's world is very valuable, and being healthy, spending time for your own sake can be extremely time consuming. So making sure that we are efficient about all of that can be quite important. So if you're interested in seeing how my running progress is going to be throughout the next weeks and months, trying the higher effort training style with a little less volume, you can join me for that by subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, always appreciate that, and comment whatever you feel like. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys for next week's video. Bye.